Hi, hello, how are you? My name is Anna and welcome back to my channel. We are going through the Blind 75 LeetCode problem set. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I'm going to leave it down in the video description down below. You can check it out on your own accord, but I am doing these questions in a number of languages, and the languages are Python, PHP, Go, JavaScript, and C++. Sorry, this is only my third video doing this, so I'm trying to remember which 5 I committed to. Bear with me. And the third one on the Blind 75 list, let me go up here, is contains a duplicate. So this is question rather, if you're going through the regular LeetCode as 217, it's labeled as easy, and let's go through and read the question. Given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. So they give us this example down here and these constraints, and I have already read through this, hence why I started the timer already, but I haven't submitted anything, which I feel like is important to note. I just wanted to make sure I completely understood the question. So, I mean, this feels pretty simple, but I'm going to say that and I'm going to get it wrong. So I'm trying not to jinx myself, but essentially what I'm thinking is we create a set from the array, which is nums, using set nums, right? And since sets don't contain duplicate elements, if the length of the set is not equal to the length of the original array, which we could define for Python here, because that's, I guess, what I'm starting with, as length of nums, that means that there are duplicates, so then it will return true, otherwise it's false. So just based on that logic, which I'm assuming this is what it's asking for, and I can read it out one more time too, because I've obviously read through it a couple times just to make sure I completely understand. So given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. So I think my logic effectively makes sense. Yeah, so let's get started with this Python solution. I don't think it's going to be crazy, but so let's say we want to return the length of nums, like I said, if, let's say, equal to the length of the set of the nums, right? Length of the set of nums. And that should be all we need, literally. In theory, let's go ahead and run it, just to make sure. Ooh, right in the Honey Nut Filios, right off the bat. I've also done questions like these before, so the logic in my brain is there, it just needs to be accessed. All right, let's submit this bad boy. Ooh, okay. She cute. She cute. All right, so memory, 72% of users is who we're beating in Python, and then 51% in runtime, and that's a one-line answer, okay? And I want to keep that same energy as we're going through the rest of these problems. Good. I think I want to keep that same idea. You know what? Okay, hold on. I need to see. Let's do C++. Let's do C++. Because I keep not doing well in C++, but I think what I need to do, I need to change up the logic for C++. Because if you guys look back on my last videos, I gradually got worse over time using the same logic. And that, granted, that's a sample size of 2, but I think I have an idea. So I need to be able to store unique elements specifically for this. So contains duplicate nums. So I could do like an unordered set, I think, which then we could have nums it takes the vector nums as the input. And then we could iterate through the vector and store each element in an unordered set. And then if it already exists, then we can stop and just say true. Like, we don't have to go through the whole iteration. But this will have to be a loop in order to really make this work. Yeah, I feel maybe. So if I do, because then I can just go out of the loop and then not have to worry about it. That's fine. So let's say unordered set, and then we want to have the integer be seen. So let's get into that loop. So we're going to say a for if. So for the integer nums, if we see it, then it's found, and then we end it. It sounds pretty good to me. I don't know. We're about to find out. All right. So for, what did I say? Int nums. We're going to say if seen find num, and then say seen means we can end it. So as long as we see, like if it just sees this, it'll be like, 1, 1, boom, done, easy, true. This, it would have to go through the whole thing, and then this, it would have to go through to the end, and then it would obviously stop. That way we're not burning our computing power on literally nothing. Yeah. Then we'll return true. And then seen insert num here. Oops. And then this is where we'll do our return false otherwise. Good. That feels right? Maybe? We're going to do that unordered set. If we find it, we see it, let's run it. Let's go ahead and run it. What's the harm? So logically, makes sense. But will they take it and be nice and give me over 50% of both? Only one way to find out. Okay, 89% in runtime. Memory, not so much, which I do understand. I get that I could have not done that, but that's better than my last two to at least have 89% beating users in runtime. So that doesn't feel that bad. I think I could definitely have streamlined this logic better, but considering I'm doing 5 languages in like the span of like 25-30 minutes, I feel okay. Cool. Neat. Neato mosquito. About 5 minutes on each, I guess. So hunker down, guys. We're having a fun time. Let's do PHP next. I do think I want to do the same sort of logic as Python. So instead of doing what I just did with C++, I think I'm gonna do let's say return count nums, and what did I do the last time? Because we need to count the array of unique numbers. So let's do count array unique nums. And that's all we should need for that. Same, like kind of like the same vibe with Python, like that logically is going to make sense. Yeah, that looks like it makes sense. Let's run it. Nice. Amazing. What a good day. What a good day. And that was only a minute in. I'm just clipping along. But okay. No, it's going to be fine. Maybe it's going to be fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. Ooh. Yeah, I only beat 5% of users on PHP with memory and 29 with runtime. That's rough. That's rough. I should have taken my time and thought about a better solution. Oh, man. Okay. I gotta think about this now with the last two languages. Let's see, how many have I done? I've done 3, right? Yeah. PHP, C++, Python, so I just need to go in JavaScript. Let's do Go. Okay. So let's think about Go. How can I better streamline that logic? Because I feel like the last time, maybe... Okay, hear me out. We have a map to store elements. I know this is probably going to ruin my memory, but maybe not. No, I'm gonna run with this map idea. Maybe. So if I do a map, I can slice the nums as the input and store each element in the map as seen. Kind of like what we did with C++. But I wanted to try to see if I can streamline it, but I can't think of a way. So I think just doing a map and iterating through it, and then if it finds it, then it exits the loop. Oh, shoot. I feel like I'm racking my brain around something that doesn't matter, but to me it does. I'd like to get over 50% on all the languages if I could. Given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. I feel like that's a good logical way to do it. So, and I can do the same. That's the other thing, is I can do the same thing with JavaScript, and instead of a map, I do a set. Like still with the nums as the input. Like it's kind of like logic that transcends all of these languages. So I'm just going to give it a try because I'm not convinced it's not going to work. At least twice. It's fine. Okay, so I said I'm going to do a map. So we're going to start this off by saying scene equals make map with the integer bool. And then go into the for if loop. So for num range nums And then we're going to say if seen num, then we return true. Oops. Just notice that. And then I'll need, do I need to do seen num true, or can I just do return false? I'm gonna try return false first, and then if I need to add, let's just run it. I'm gonna see. Missing return. So then I need to do seen num equals true. Not like that though. And then I can say down here return false, right? Logically. Does that make sense? Seen rude. Rude. Oh my heavens. Just do an N. Oh my heavens to Betsy. Okay. Runtime 0 milliseconds? There's no way. They capping out here. Okay, I got close there. I wonder, 81 though, I'm not complaining about. That slaps. Oh my god. Crazy? You crazy, girl? Wow. Cool. Okay. All right. So I just need JavaScript last. Oh, heavens. Good heavens. I think I do. I want to keep that same logic. I think that's the only way I can do JavaScript. Actually, yeah. Yeah, because I can do the set, but I can do it in like return new set, which is the num size and then the num's length. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Right? Or is that too... That might be too... That might take up too much memory. Or maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. So return new set of nums, and then that's the size, right? As the nums length, right? Because we're looking for that same length at least twice. Maybe. I'm just gonna test it. $62. It's accepted. I'm just gonna go ahead and submit it. Oh, yo! Right in the runtime. Oh, what a great day. Beats 99% of users in runtime, but 22% in memory. Ooh. Questionable at best. But regardless, I feel like that could have been way worse. That could have been way worse for all of us. Cool. Okay, so just to recap, we have all 5 submissions. Overall, my best on both sides was Python. My worst was not Go. Sorry, PHP. Definitely room for improvement with PHP. But if you don't practice, how else are you going to know what your downfalls are? So, That was also that was 11. I thought that was 14. That's my second shortest one. So I could have taken more time to really think that through instead of just thinking, oh, I can just do this like, similar logic. Cool. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will try to make more of these. I've just been a little bit busy with contracts and making my own stuff. So got to get back on my LeetCode practice. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, concerns, corrections, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. And, or you can make a GitHub issue ticket. You can do whatever you want. Just let me know what you think. And thank you guys again, one more time, so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.